not. Okay, well, let's redo that again. All right, now I'm live. All right. So for those of you that are joining right now, I got 4 likes on the video. Thank you guys for joining. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for some people to join in actually, so I can start explaining myself because I was talking to myself just now. Nobody was even in the live stream because I didn't even start the stream yet. All right. Yeah, we're going to. I think I should be live now. It should be up. Yeah, stream is up. There we go. Got the ad right there. Hurricane Helene. Let's go to her. All right. So yeah, for those of you that are joining right now, this is a very, very serious situation that is unfolding here. I just want to go live for this. This is like a pre-stream in a way. So I am going to be live tomorrow. I'm going to be live for a pretty long time tomorrow at that as well. Like I said, this is going to become a major hurricane, like a major hurricane, category 4 plus. And it's going to make landfall too. Like it's not going to weaken before it makes landfall. Like no, this is going full blown strengthening as it makes landfall in Florida. So this is like, you know, a pretty serious situation. It's a category 1, basically borderline category 2 right now. And by tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be a category 4, maybe even a category 5 hurricane. Like I said, I'm not trying to hype this up or scare anybody or anything like that. I'm just saying what I believe that's going to happen. Is that a wig? No, it's my real hair, buddy. What do you mean? It's my real hair. Why would it be a wig? I took my hair out. But this is a major hurricane that is going to develop. I mean, you can already see the eye. If you just look closer to this thing, actually, let's let me see. Let me look closer into this. Can I look closer into this? I don't know if I can. I want to look closer into this. Oh, these are okay. So hurricane hunters are definitely inside the storm right now, trying to look at it and figure it out. But yeah, no, this is not a wig. I just took my hair out. That's all. Let's go. Yeah, there it is. Now Hurricane Helene is right here. There's a closer look at her. So this is major hurricane, or going to become major hurricane Helene. This is a, like I say, very serious situation. She's going to become a category 4, which is a major hurricane, and maybe even become a category 5 if she has enough time to stay over water. Right now, it's looking like she may have a little bit more time than what the forecast might show. We're hoping it doesn't. But like I said, this is right now, she's a category 1, borderline category 2 hurricane, I'm pretty sure. And she's forming fast. Like this thing formed really fast, and it's going to be rapid intensification tonight. Like this thing's going to form rapidly tonight. It's going to be a big deal. Like this is a pretty big deal, because I think some areas are expecting 15 to 20 feet of storm surge in Florida. That is basically unsurvivable. You cannot survive that. So like I said, hopefully everybody's evacuating in those areas. Hopefully they're not staying. It looks like there's a little bit of dry air feeding into it. I don't think there's any dry air with this at all, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, we can look into it. Honestly, this storm is like really healthy right now. Like, it's just crazy looking. I'm just looking at it. I'm looking at it through my phone. I'm looking at it on here. It's just there's more thunderstorms developing around it. It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna have a hard time developing. Like I said, I haven't seen any signs of dry air. Like there were supposed to be dry air with this thing, but I don't see any signs with it. So, and there's more storms forming. Like I said, you can see these little gray and pink areas. Those are like pretty deep convection popping up. I think by tomorrow morning, this thing is going to be category 2, borderline category 3. Like, I'm talking rapid intensification is going to happen tonight. Like, there is no ifs, ands, or buts. This thing is happening tonight. But this is what she looks like live right now. That is Hurricane Helene, or, yeah, Helene, I think, however you say your name. Helene, not Helene, it's Helene, sorry. Because it's just an E. But yeah, like I said, this is a pretty major event that's going to unfold here. I will be live for this tomorrow. Let's go to let's go to right here real quick. Okay, so this is the live radar right now. This is what the live radar looks like, and this is your cone of uncertainty right here. This is your cone of uncertainty. This is what's tracking the hurricane. It can either go to the left of the cone of uncertainty or it can go to the right of the cone of uncertainty. Either or. It can do either or. And it's pretty skinny because we have a pretty good idea of where this storm is going to go. Also, another thing about this storm as well, it is going to be massive. It is not going to be a small hurricane. Usually some large hurricanes could be tight and compact when they're like stronger. This is going to be a much wider hurricane. So that means more widespread damage, more widespread winds, rain, anything you can think of. It's going to be a lot more widespread than what some hurricanes usually produce. The entire state of Florida is under some type of tropical storm warning or watch or whatever, except for this part of Florida, literally in Pensacola, in Destin, in those places right here. But I mean, at the same time, you guys, I would highly just be ready, because you're probably gonna get storm surge as well, possibly from the hurricane. I mean, I'm not surprised. I would not be surprised. The entire western coast of Florida is going to get some storm surge. So that's a fact right there. Hi Messiah was good. Uno. Yeah, don't tell me Perry, Florida had to go through Idalia now. Hurricane Helene. Yeah. I think Hurricane Helene is going to be worse than Idalia. Sorry, major Hurricane Helene. Yeah. So, yeah, for those of you that are joining right now, this is going to be a major hurricane. Right now, it's a Category 1. It's more than likely going to be a Category 2, maybe a Category 3 by tonight or tomorrow morning. And sometime tomorrow, this thing will be a Category 4 major hurricane. And if it has enough time, like I said, this is a pretty big time span from it being right here all the way for it making landfall near Apalachicola in Florida. That's a pretty big time frame of Hurricane Helene moving. So she has a chance to become a Category 5. Like I said, it's very possible it can happen. Like I said, I'm not trying to hype this up. I've heard multiple people even say it too. Like, this thing has the potential to become a Category 5 hurricane at landfall, which is the highest level rated hurricane you can possibly get. So that is pretty major. That is pretty major right there. That's pretty big. We need to watch that carefully. Like I said, we're going to talk a lot about the storm surge, the winds, and how bad it's going to be. So first, let's talk about the storm surge. I think that's the most biggest threat in my opinion. What do you think you're going to do for 5K subs? 5K subs, I don't know what I'm going to do for that yet. That's pretty far away. I'm going to do something special for 5K though. Okay, that's halfway to 10,000, so I'm going to do something special. But we'll talk more about subscribers later. I just want to get into like the important stuff first to talk to you guys with. So this blue area right here, these blue boxes on the coastline of Florida right here that you see, these are storm surge warnings. Now, some areas have higher storm surge levels than others. Like, say for example, Tampa down here has like, I think they're gonna see like 5 to 10 feet of storm surge, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure. I think Tampa's gonna see some storm surge, pretty decent amount of storm surge. But I think the main areas that might see storm surge is gonna be from I think Perry to Apalachicola in these areas. I think you guys might experience probably the worst storm surge you've seen in a very long time. Like I said, they're expecting over 15 to 20, maybe 25 plus feet of storm surge, depending on how strong the storm is. I won't be surprised if it's 20 plus feet of storm surge. Sorry. Like I said, it's really concerning just looking at it and just thinking about it. We're gonna get into the models in just a second here too, by the way. But like I said, this is the forecast. It doesn't even show the Category 3. It's probably gonna be a Category 3 about like somewhere over here maybe. Like I said, I won't be surprised if it even becomes a Category 4 even earlier. Like, this thing is gonna go through rapid intensification. Who knows? Who knows? She might have not enough time as this do is yeah. Wait, what does it say? Don't worry, I'm gonna put him on timeout. Don't worry about Streamlabs. But she might not have enough time as is pulling her north fast as thoughts do, or as troughs do. Sorry, I said thoughts, troughs. I think it will probably be a low in Cat 4 upon landfall. In my opinion, don't take me accountable if I am wrong. You're honestly, I mean, I could agree. I can agree. Um, but at the same time, I feel like so. All right, yeah, there definitely is a trough, but like here's my thing, right? The Gulf of Mexico is it's so warm in this area right here. Like there's so much warm water right here that it just I mean it's kind of scary. Like I honestly think this is going to go through some insane rapid intensification by tonight. Like I said, don't like I said, don't don't be scared or anything like that. Like take my words with a grain of salt. Just saying that in my opinion too, like I believe the trough is gonna lift it up a lot faster. Let's hope it does, honestly. Let's hope it does do that. So it could be a less strong hurricane than what, it could possibly be. But I really do think that this is going to be a pretty bad hurricane. Like I said, category 4, category 5 doesn't make too much of a difference. It's still going to be a strong hurricane and it's still going to do a lot of damage. Like this is major, y'all. Like I don't know if y'all understand how major this is. Category 4s making landfall don't happen often. Okay, like it don't happen often, especially category 5 still. Like I said, I've heard multiple people say that this thing could make landfall as a category 5, and I really do think it's possible. But it all depends on how fast this thing moves. Because if it moves slower than what we expect, then, I mean, pray for the best or hope for the best. I never seen it come from the west. Is it common? Is it the common? It's common. It can happen. Yeah, it's common. Um, Unless you mean from like coming from this way, like over here, then that's it's not really common. But I never seen that before. But like, this is the track of it. This is where it started. That's where it started, and this is where it is at right now. And I mean, it's kind of a weird track, as you can see. It's like a little, it's meandering right now, but now it's making a beeline towards Florida, which is unfortunate. But honestly, if you're saying if the storm forms over here and it moves to the west like that, then that's kind of not common. I've never seen that happen, personally. Um, yes, I understand it is possible. Isn't she going through the loop current? As there is a really deep ocean heat content, which is not good. Yeah, like I said, there's definitely a current. Like I said, I'm taking your word for it too. By the way, like there is a trough, and this thing could accelerate in speed and not strengthen any more than what it could. Hopefully, like that is literally the best case scenario, honestly, at this moment. Like that's the best thing we can do or think of. Um, Yeah, that's what I meant, and that's what my mom said. Yeah. So yeah, hurricanes they can form in the Gulf of Mexico, but if they form like right here in the Gulf of Mexico, they usually go up to the north like that. I never seen them go literally due east and target Florida. I've never seen that. It might have happened a couple of times, but I never seen it happen. Um, but yeah, like usually like right where the Bay of Campeche is at, it usually will go up either towards Mexico or Texas or Louisiana, one of those states. Uh, but yeah, let me see. Also, we also have this hurricane as well over here. It's a Category 3 that made landfall in Mexico, which is pretty interesting. Nobody was talking about that. I think it was overshadowed by Helene. That's probably why. But okay, let's get to the models. Meandering right now. So let's get to the HWRF model. Let's go to Helene. So this is what Helene is going to look like. And I think this is simulated IR, which is, I think that is, oops, I didn't even do that. Let's go full screen here so I don't do that again. But this is, I forgot what that stands for, but this is like, this is showing, I guess, the how high the cloud tops are. She said, write me either. Did you mean to say that, or do you mean to say something else? Also, let me fix my chat real quick because it's acting kind of slow. There we go. All right. But yeah, this is the this shows the high cloud tops. I'm pretty sure, and I mean that it's already forming an eye. I'm gonna go back to it so I can show you guys that too. But it's already forming an eye at a Category 1 hurricane, by the way. So that's something to keep in mind about. But this is what it. Yeah, I mean, look at the expansion, right? And this is what is worrying me a little bit. Look how fast it expands within, what is this? From 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. So like around, like this is 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago now, kind of. 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. This thing explodes from what the models are showing. This thing is showing, it's showing it explode. And I mean, look at the size of this thing. This is why the entire state of Florida is like at grave danger right now, especially the western part of Florida. It's because of how huge this storm is. I mean, that's a well-defined eye right there. Like, look at that. That is a huge hurricane. Huge hurricane. Well-defined eye forming right there. You have your precipitation, your clouds circling around the storm, of course. That's making it even stronger. And I mean, and that's a huge eye right there. That's not good. That is really not good at all. Like this is like the colors aren't as, you know, flashy as what it was before, but it doesn't need to be because the thing is so massive. Like, I mean, that's a huge eye. The eye wall on this thing is going to be significant. Like, I can already see this being really significant. Just, I mean, look at the eye. Look at the eye of this thing. This thing's going to be massive. Look, the eye is as big as the city of Tampa. Chat. The eye, on what the models are showing, the eye of the hurricane, of Hurricane Helene, is going to be literally as big as Tampa Bay. That's insane. And, I mean, it just gets bigger and bigger. It gets tighter, too. So that's why I do think that this thing has a chance to become a Cat 5. Like I said, I'm not going to put it out there completely, but there's definitely a possibility, in my opinion. And, I mean, it makes landfall, then it starts to, like, you know, of course, meander. Almost bigger than the cone itself. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, this thing is huge. This is going to be, like I said, this thing has potential. This thing has potential to be one of the more historic hurricanes we might see. I didn't really want to say that, but, like, just from the looks of it, if this plays out to, like, be a lot more worse than what we thought, then, like I said, I mean, like, just look how fast. That is rapid intensification right there. That's, okay. Look, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 frames. That's 4 frames. That's 8 p.m. tomorrow. How strong is a Category 5? A Category 5 sustained winds is 167 miles per hour. Sustained winds. Not no, you know, wind gusts. I'm talking sustained full-blown winds until it's gone. Like 167 miles per hour. Sustained. You're not surviving that. Number one. If you stand out there, you're not surviving that. 2, wind gusts could be, or 100, no, wait, it's 100? No, 157 plus. No, yeah, that's what I meant. Not 167, 157. Thank you for correcting me right there. 157 plus winds. I don't know why I thought it was 167. It's 157. Thank you. Thank you, sir. But yeah, 157 plus winds. Also 200 plus mile per hour wind gusts. That's insane. Yeah, it is insane. You also have storm surge too. That's a main problem. I think that's the main threat in my opinion is the storm surge. It's probably gonna be 20 feet plus, but like I said, we'll talk more about that in a second. I'm gonna show you guys the. Actually, I might go to the hurricane forecast or the National Hurricane Center for you guys real quick. Let me see here. Let me go to something else real quick. I mean, okay, so this is composite reflectivity, by the way, too. And I mean, even the composite reflectivity is just showing one hell of a hurricane. Oh my goodness. I mean, look at that eye, y'all. That is insane to look at. That is a well-defined eye right there, if you ask me. And like I said, it's not, you see how it's going kind of off the path of the cone of uncertainty. Like I said, the hurricane can go either to the right of the cone of uncertainty or to the left or anywhere in the cone of uncertainty. It can go anywhere. We don't know. We can't pinpoint exactly where it's going to make landfall at. The areas I think that has the highest risk of a landfalling hurricane is definitely these areas right here that I'm gonna circle. So basically, maybe I should have made it a little bit smaller. Actually, let's try that again. I would say from right here, over here, maybe even. Oh, they just changed it too. They just changed the cone of uncertainty. What did they change? They just updated it. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock now, so they just updated it. It got skinnier, that's a fact. They're gonna update the this too. The numbers of this. But yeah, like I said, you can either go to the right or left of the cone of uncertainty, so definitely keep that in mind too. Also, another main thing that we have to worry about is the tornadoes. The tropical tornadoes are going to be absolutely bonkers. Especially over here in this area right here, the eastern quadrant of the storm. Yeah, Gigi Florida might be one of the most powerful hurricane to hit Florida after Michael and Ian. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. This might be like the third most powerful, depending on what it does. Because like I remember Ian, I was never live for Ian. I wanted to be live for Ian, but I couldn't. But I was there live when I seen Ian make landfall. That was a crazy event. I haven't seen Michael live landfall, but this is taking a track similar to Michael as well. I think Michael was a little bit further west, I think, but yeah, Michael, like this and Michael was pretty close together. Also, there's tropical storm warnings as far north as North Carolina, chat. I also want to just pinpoint that as well. This thing is going to be so big to the point where you have tropical storm warnings that far inland. That's insane. Tropical storm warnings as far north. Look, Asheville, North Carolina. Asheville, North Carolina. Have there ever been a category 6 before? No, it's you. I don't think there can be a category 6. Because it's not on the scale, so it can't be a category 6. Michael made landfall in the Forgotten Coast. Yeah. Was it like right? I think it was over here. I forgot where it was. I know Michael made landfall somewhere over here in the Panhandle, somewhere. But yeah, like I said, the storm surge is gonna be. If you can read this right here. Let me see. Yeah, above ground, 9 feet of storm surge is shown right here. Devastating to catastrophic, widespread, inundation. I think it's I think it says inundation with storm surge flooding. Yeah, so like I said, it's devastating to catastrophic. Like they're expecting catastrophic damage with the storm now, which is unfortunate. Fun fact: Hurricane Michael was only a category 5, 30 minutes, for 30 minutes. Interesting. I never knew that. You're actually right about that too. Let's look at another model too, by the way. I'm gonna look at another model for this thing. Let's look at the HMON model. Let's see what this thing is showing. Now this thing is it's a different model, not the same model. And I mean, this thing has this forming an eye pretty quickly. This might be the more intense forecast, as you can see. And this is taking the exact same track as the cone of uncertainty, if you guys noticed that right there. This took the exact same track. Interesting. Okay. Okay, I see what they did now. So, okay, they bumped it up forward. So, 8 p.m. So, around 8 p.m. tomorrow, I think this is when the storm is going to make landfall. Now, or around 8 to 9 p.m. Still the same wind speeds, still category 4. Like I said, they just updated the cone of uncertainty. Like I said, this is going to change again tomorrow, more than likely. They also updated the category 2 thing. That's a little bit further. It's going to be category 2 by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. So this thing is going to start to accelerate, which is good news, which is good because if this thing went any slower, I think they would have had a much greater chance of developing into a category 5. But yeah, this is the most recent update if you guys are wondering. It's still going to be a category 4. Still expected to be a category 4 major hurricane. That's still major, so keep that in mind. But It's looking a little bit better than what it was before, which is good. Like I said, it's looking a little bit better, which is the good news. But it's still gonna be pretty major. Also, there's already tropical storm. No, I don't think there is tropical storm force winds, but there's already freaking tropical stuff coming from Hurricane Helene already in Florida. Like there's already rain. It's already raining in Florida. It's already flash flood warnings in Florida. I mean, look at this. There's flash flooding happening, and this is not even from Helene, I don't think. So that's just not a good sign. We don't need flooding right now, honestly. And yeah, it's just going to get a whole lot worse. So like I said, prepare now if you're in Western Florida, because it's going to get pretty wicked up in there. Let's go back out and let's look at it live. So this is it live right now. You still have convection popping up around the eye or close to the eye. This is your eye right here. It's trying to develop still. It looked a little bit more well defined earlier, kind of, but it's still forming. I say give it, like I said, give it until tomorrow morning. It should have an eye, or tomorrow afternoon. Well, definitely tomorrow afternoon it's gonna have an eye, but like I said, anything can happen with this storm. Like this thing could it could either blow up into something crazy, or it could weaken maybe. Who knows? Like I said, you never know. Do you think I could 1v1 a hurricane? Okay, buddy. I'm not answering that question, but maybe you can. Interesting. I'm only going to answer serious questions because, like I said, it's a little bit of a serious event. So I got to take this seriously. But, yeah, like the most recent model runs are showing, they're still showing some concerning situations happening with this. I mean, that is just, I mean, take a screenshot of that. Look at that model. Take a screenshot of that, y'all. That is just insane to look at. That's your category 4 hurricane. Okay, my bad. No, you're good. You're good. I'm not gonna be mad about you asking like unserious questions, but I'm just, you know, I'm just not gonna answer unserious questions. You know, just in case if people actually like need the help right now. So, or if they need information, I can just give it out to you guys. Like I said, ask me anything, and I'll give you guys some info. Like I said, I'm not gonna make this a long stream, because I'm going to prepare for tomorrow. I think tomorrow, like I said, I'm probably going to go live. If I can stay home for school tomorrow, I can probably go live early, way before it makes landfall. But if I don't, when I get home from school, I'm probably going to go live after I get home so I can be there before it makes landfall. Because it's saying around 8 o'clock, so I might have time. I should have time. Ooh, so this is gonna be a nighttime landfall. Sorry about that. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. I mean, this is the most recent model run right now. This is, like I said, it looks very concerning. That's a huge eye. Eyewall is probably gonna be super intense. And just insanity, just pure insanity actually. That's what it looks like. Not go live at school, I can't. I literally can't. I remember when the Euro was bringing Helene in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico of the Bay of Campeche. Completely wrong. Yeah. The Euro was definitely really wrong with this storm. That's why I didn't look into it at all too much. I looked more into the GFS and like the actual hurricane models for this. But I'm still just like wow by this. Like, I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at that convection that pops up with this thing. I mean, just look how massive it is at this moment. Like, look how massive this thing is. And it gets stronger because it starts to get tighter. Came from Mark Peaton Vlogs video. Helene. He's driving to Perry, Florida right now. Yeah, I've seen that. They were live earlier. I've seen that, actually. There's a lot of storm chasers down there right now. If you look in Radar Omega, actually, let's go back to it. These are your storm chasers down here. You have, of course, Vince Welty, Brandon Kopic. I think Connor Croft is down there. Who's this? This is Corey Gherkin. Corey Gherkin's also down there. Oh, he's actually live right now. Brandon Kopic. He's actually live right now. But yeah, there's a lot of storm chasers down there waiting for this thing to come. So I mean, you have storm chasers coming all the way up from like Wisconsin and stuff, all the way down here. But yeah, I can show you guys one more thing before I do get off stream, because like I said, I'm not gonna stay on stream for a long time tonight, or for right now, only because like I said, I don't know if I'm going to school tomorrow or not. I want to stay home tomorrow, but I don't know. But I want to show you guys. Let me see. 979 low pressure. GF is still showing a 960 low pressure, which is a category 3, which is, I guess that's good, but I mean, the hurricane models might be a little bit more accurate. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Like I said, it can either become weaker or it can become stronger. Either or. But weather alerts. I need weather alerts right now. Nah. It's not gonna work. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I was gonna look up, like, I forgot what it's called. We could go to Storm Prediction Center, but I don't think they're gonna show anything with the hurricane. I think it's the National Hurricane Center. You see. Oh, it's the same website. Never mind. Never mind. But yeah, there's storm surge warnings. So let's just go back to Radar Omega. Like I said, I mean, you guys know about the storm surge, so I'm not going to even get into details. But yeah, this is your storm surge, like I said, the blue storm surge. Pink is hurricane warnings, yellow tropical storm warnings, greens is flash flood warnings, and others. So, honestly, like I said, I'm going to give out way more information tomorrow, because we will have a better explanation of what's going to happen. So, I am going to end the stream here. Because like I said, I am going to get a little bit of some sleep. I do need some sleep right now, so I am going to get a little bit of some sleep. And like I said, I will be live tomorrow. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, I'm not going to slack. I'm going live tomorrow. This is pretty major. And I want to be here for making landfall. It might be I'm pretty sure it's going to be a nighttime landfall event. I mean, saying 8 p.m. tomorrow. So, yep. Prepare now if you're in Florida, especially near Tallahassee. This might be one of your worst hurricanes you might see, actually, in a long time in Tallahassee. So, in Apalachicola, too. So, prepare now if you're in Florida. If you haven't evacuated, please prepare. But thank you guys for watching the stream. I will see you guys tomorrow. I will have a pre-stream as well. I will have a members only stream as well too. So if you're a member, you can be there for that, for the members only live stream. I'm gonna be just talking about certain things, and then we'll do the pre-stream and then the actual stream. So definitely I'll be there for that. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time.